Explanation. Uncle Tom's Cabin is a book written by Harriet Beecher Stowe in 1852. Stowe is an abolitionist who was born into a family of progressive reformers. The story is of a slave named Tom and highlights the harsh conditions for enslaved African Americans. After the book was published in 1852, it became widely popular, especially in the northern states. This book helped bring light to the conditions of slaves and encouraged people to join and support the abolition movement. I'll now read you an excerpt from the book, but before I do that, I have to give you some context into what has happened in the story so far. In this chapter, Tom's vicious third master, Simon Legree, questions why Tom does not know the whereabouts of two fugitive slaves, which is one of Tom's responsibilities as general overseer of the plantation. Tom's choices are between saving himself by speaking up to the master or facing harsh punishment by remaining silent. I will spoil it and tell you that he will remain silent and he will be attacked by the master. Here's the excerpt from chapter 40 called The Martyr. "Now, Quimbo," said Legree as he stretched himself down in the sitting room, "you just go and walk that Tom up here right away. He's the cause of this whole matter. I know he'll have the reason why I'm missing two slaves, and I'll find out the easy way or the hard way." Tom knew the plan that the two fugitive slaves had to escape and the place where they were hiding, but he also knew he would rather stay silent than betray the helpless slaves. As he realized this, Quimbo grabbed him and started to drag him to Mr. Legree. You really messed up by helping those slave boys escape. You are in a world of hurt now," said Quimbo. Tom couldn't even hear Quimbo because of his strong determination to remain silent that rang in his ears. "Well, Tom," said Legree, walking up and grabbing him grimly by the collar of his coat and speaking through his teeth, "do you know I've made up my mind to kill you?" "I understand, master," said Tom calmly. "I have," said Mr. Legree with a grim, terrible calmness. "I done just that thing, Tom, and unless you tell me what you know about the whereabouts of my slaves—" After a long pause, Tom utters, "I haven't got anything to tell you, master." "Do you dare tell me, you old black Christian, that you don't know?" said Mr. Legree. Tom was silent. "Speak!" thundered Legree, striking him furiously. "Do you know anything?" "I know, master, but I can't tell anything. I'd rather die than tell you the truth." Legree drew a long breath, suppressing his rage as he got right into Tom's face. "I'll count every drop of the blood that's in you. Take 'em one by one till you give up." Tom bravely replies, "Then you shall have every last drop of my blood." Legree stood shocked, looked at Tom, absorbed the silence that signaled his last moments of mercy. Legree, foaming with rage, repeatedly struck Tom to the ground. As he was being attacked, Tom questioned how such a terrible thing can be shadowed by the law. In his last moments of consciousness, Tom felt a sense of glory and honor in his soul for standing up for what he felt was right. Now take some time to answer the questions in your packet.